61% of sales losses are the result of indecision. Not losing to the competitor, but simply because a prospect or a client has chosen to stay with the status quo. And in complex opportunities, anywhere between 11 and 22 individuals can be involved, have a voice in the decision-making process. Those are just two eye-opening statistics recently shared with me by my friends at Membrane. It got me thinking about how we can better help executives and those who are making complex decisions make better decisions. And this comes from two places. First, it's how we think about ourselves. And secondly, how we show up for a sales conversation or a business conversation with executives and other decision makers. If I think first about the mindset that we use with ourselves, how we show up becomes critically important. It's not only executive presence, if you will, but it's the mindset that says, my role is to help these leaders, these decision makers, make better decisions within their business. My role is to help facilitate decision making. Second, how do I tactically do that and help these executives and decision makers actually go through a decision-making process, which can be reimagined in a sales conversation? When you start to think about yourself as someone who facilitates decisions, then you can reimagine a sales conversation to be one whose goal is to make a meaningful impact on the person that you're with and to help them make better decisions with what's in front of them today, as well as in the future. As you are looking at your next set of sales conversations, which you have earned time with that executive, that decision maker, there are 2 or 3 areas I would encourage you to think about as you are coming into that conversation. The first is to really consider how planful you've been about that conversation, understanding what decision points are facing that executive, that decision maker, and then also giving some thought to what are some key questions I can offer to that person, or some key ways of thinking that maybe they haven't considered before that will help them on that path. When you take on the mindset that your role is being that facilitator, and then you plan your conversation around understanding decision points, key questions, some thoughtful insights, now you've made a meaningful difference. You will help them make better decisions about the business, within their business, and you will also better position yourself as someone who is seen as that advisor, and you will naturally move your sales opportunities along because you can help that executive, that decision maker get past that indecision so that you can be that 39% of decisions that actually get made because you helped that executive, you helped that decision maker to get unstuck.